toenails and blistered heels, salt stains streaking down my face. Sun is beating, muscles scream, but I'm moving at my pace. Run the riot! Leave the world behind! Run the riot! You free your body and your
All right, today on the Run the Riot podcast, we got Stacey Priddy. How's it going?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm good. We have been trying to schedule this forever, but I'm pretty busy, but you're pretty busy too. You got stuff going on.
Yeah, work and running for sure.
Yeah, that can keep you pretty busy if you I guess if you do it right.
Yeah, we're always trying to squeeze in as much as we can everywhere.
Yeah. Well, so let's you and I don't think we've ever talked in person. I know
I don't think so.
No, I mean, we all know like the same people, and I've talked to people that know you, and you talk to people that know me, but and y'all are always running and doing things together. It's usually like a girl pack going on, out in the mountains or
totally.
something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love that. So, just looking at you, we're friends on Facebook and seeing the things you're doing and like your life, and I was like, I think I love having just all kinds of people on the podcast. So I was like, I think she's probably got some interesting things to say and some interesting background.
Yeah.
So we'll just chat.
Okay, yeah, totally.
So where are you from originally?
I'm from South Coffeyville, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Just up 169. We're maybe, like, my parents' house is like 2 miles from the Kansas line. So we're from the Oklahoma side, though.
Nice. Okay. So I've passed through there when I've gone to Ottawa for Perry Spirit and all those. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Cool. So tell me about there's a college in Coffeyville, because my wife went there. She went to Coffeyville College for a while, I think. Yeah. I think she played softball there for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's Coffeyville Community College. I did not go because it's a different state totally. I went to Oklahoma Union as far as high school goes, so I didn't go to Coffeyville at all. We really didn't play them in anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah.
Nice. So what did you do in high school sports-wise?
I mean, I wouldn't say anything out of the ordinary. We were super small school, like a barely 2A school. They've grown a little bit now, but so just your typical, we really only had softball, volleyball, basketball, like cheer if you were lucky. I think maybe my senior year we didn't even have a band, there were like 2 members in it. So really just the basics, and then nothing beyond high school. So really I just played up until 8th grade softball, because you kind of had to choose softball or volleyball because they were the same season.
Yeah.
So I played volleyball in high school and then basketball for a little bit, and that was it.
Nice.
We did not have track.
Did not have track. I don't know why they do, because my daughter plays a lot of softball and travel and all that stuff, and she'd like to play volleyball also, but I don't know why they don't do volleyball. They could do it in the dead of winter. You're inside, like just do it at a different time. It's kind of weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I definitely wanted to do both. I think our school has a track now, but yeah, we definitely didn't have it when I went to school there.
Nice. So your only running was like playing the ball and stuff.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated running.
Dude, everybody like running was punishment when we did something stupid. Running.
Yes.
Conditioning.
For sure. Yeah. Conditioning. Yeah, he'd make us go run around like coach for basketball would make us go run around the football field, just grass. Hated it.
Yeah. So what got you? Because you obviously do a lot of running now. So what happened?
I did anything outside. I feel like we're all like that, as far as ultra runners. Anything we can do outside. I always loved hiking, just never the running part of it, which has kind of come full circle because now I mostly just fast hike. But we had moved to California just for a year in 2018, I believe. And I had signed up to volunteer. I had no idea. I was more like, where can I go that I haven't seen yet?
Yeah.
We lived like east of Sacramento in Fair Oaks, and then I worked in like Placerville area, so kind of the foothills up towards Tahoe.
Yeah.
So I had signed up when we got there I saw it on a Facebook events, like what to do, you know, that weekend kind of thing. And I signed up for, I think it was a volunteer spot for, who was it? It was with Vacation Races, one of their trail fests,
Yeah.
the one that happens out on the coast near like Half Moon Bay area. So I signed up, had no idea what I was like volunteering for, but I thought, well, I'd love to go see that area. And so it was just like a 4-hour slot. And it was just at the merch booth. And so I got a credit for that. And so I thought, well, the shortest distance I think they do is half marathon, or used to, for Vacation Races.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see Joshua Tree. I hadn't been there before. And so I just decided, well, I guess I'm going to figure out how to run because I got to use this race credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how it started, really.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people start like road running and doing things, you know, like, and then they kind of, I don't know, graduate to trails, or they realize how much they love the trails, but you just kind of fell into it. I like that story. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So how did you do? I mean, so was the Joshua Tree race, it was trail race?
Yeah, it was right outside. I want to say it was a loop. I want to say it was a full loop, and then it was like pavement, you know, it was right outside the national park. You know, I think it was like 3,000 runners. So it wasn't within the park. It was like across the road from the park, but it was full sand except for, you know, your road to get to the trail.
Yeah.
From what I remember, the whole thing was just sand until you get back to the finish. You know what? It's funny. I think about it all the time now. I told myself going into it, finish under 3 hours. No matter how like slow you are, don't walk, which is funny to think about now. Don't walk. Yeah. And I had a full bladder, and I was like, and don't stop at any aid stations. And I made it in 2:57. So I guess it worked. But now I'm like, dude, full sand. And I was like, you can't walk. Don't walk at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it went all right. I finished.
Nice.
No
nice. No, yeah. So why were you guys in California? What was there?
It was for my husband's work.
Okay.
It was like a race team. He's in like the dirt track industry.
Nice.
So it was a team out there on the West Coast. So that's where the shop was.
That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
And then, so what brought you guys back to Oklahoma? How long? You said you were there a year, and then back to Oklahoma?
Yeah, same, just racing industry. So the team that he ended up working for, it was previous to that. We went out there for a year and then came back. And then the team after that was out of Lubbock, Texas, but they had a shop here in Tulsa. So we moved back to Tulsa.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you were working in Cal. What did you do in California, and you can tell everybody what you're doing now?
Okay. Yeah. I worked at a barbershop there in Diamond Springs. It was your super old school, just me and the owner.
Nice.
And then you get there at like 6:37 in the morning, you know, however early. There will be people waiting on you when you get there. So I worked there, and then now here in Tulsa, we own a barbershop called Barkley's. It's in Broken Arrow, just outside of Tulsa.
Nice. I've seen a lot of the pictures and all. It looks great. And how's it been?
You.
I mean, how long have you guys been open? It hasn't been terribly.
No, yeah, we opened in October of 23. Yeah, not quite, like a year and a half. Yeah, October. Yeah. So we had all previously, there's 6 of us total, and 4 of us had all been just like a mile south of where we are now. We had all kind of picked up and moved. That shop was closing, and so we picked up and moved. And so Wayne and I, my husband, like started this one, and yeah, we were very fortunate that kind of took the whole team together. So
nice.
That worked. Yeah.
Running the races, owning the business, doing the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously things progressed from that half marathon. So when you finished it, and like, what were you got it done, you got your goal done, but what was it that sparked you to say, I want to do more of this, or what? I don't know. How was it? Like, did you hurt after? Did you say, I'll never do this again till you changed your mind? What was it?
No, I think it was after that one that I felt like, I do remember I had a friend that lived out there in 29 Palms, and she came out, which is so close to right there, Joshua Tree. Her husband was military, so they lived on the base. And I remember telling her at the end, she went with me. And so I remember telling her, like, I feel like I could keep going. Like, I don't feel terrible, you know, when it was over. So that was probably it. I'm like, well, all right. You just get the bug, you know?
Yeah.
What else can we do? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get to spend some time out there at Joshua Tree? Like in it, or?
I did not on that trip. I did go, I think 2 years ago, just kind of on a big circle road trip and went out there for like 2 days. But I still
Nice.
haven't seen all of the park. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this. I got to spend some time there with my daughter and son, and
Hmm.
we cowboy camped out and just out in the middle of nowhere. It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
so
That's
good.
awesome.
Climbed
Yeah.
some rocks, and yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. What time of year did you go?
Man, it must have been. I think it was summertime. I think it was.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. How hot was it?
Well, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was though, because at night it was cool. At night it was cool though.
Yeah.
Was it cool at
That was
night during the
perfect.
summer there? I don't remember. I have to look.
I slept in the van.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah,
I was fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, at night it was fun. I mean, it was really comfortable. It was
Yeah.
great at night, and it was a little warm during the day. But I don't know. I have to
Not
go back and
terrible.
look. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think I went in June. I remember it being pretty hot. I guess kind of same. I remember it being pretty hot, but nothing. It's hot here, you know?
yeah. Well, I'm from
We're
South
kind of hot,
Louisiana,
but
so
that's true. You're
yeah.
fine.
And then we live in Oklahoma now, so like triple digits
Yeah.
happen. You know.
We're used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's. I mean, it's a dry heat over there and
It's a
not
dry
humid
heat.
like yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a dry heat.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, so yeah. So what did you sign up for next? What was your next foray into the ultra or the trail running, I guess, and then ultra world?
I want to say I signed up for a 50K next. I know I didn't sign up for a marathon. I did end up in training doing a marathon first, but they picked it off of where else can I go that I haven't been and sign up for a race there, basically.
Yeah.
And I picked I think it's called Barrier Island down in Port Aransas, Barrier
Huh.
Island 50K.
Okay.
I think is what it's called. And it's,
Yeah.
again, on the beach, in the sand.
Nice.
But it's hard packed, so it felt like
Okay.
road,
Yeah. I mean,
honestly. Yeah, yeah. But I did need in training, I think I needed close to a marathon, enough to where it was like, well, just go ahead and do a marathon. And I went to Heartland. It was beautiful. I loved it. In
nice.
Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Heartland. And what distance did you do at Heartland?
I just did the marathon
The marathon. Okay.
for
Oh,
that
got
one.
you. Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
leading up to the 50K. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah. So what was your training like? Did you just do like a lot of us when you started, just kind of get online and figure things out, or what did you do? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I think I got on like wherever it took me. I think it took me to like Pinterest, and then it's like, oh, here's a running site,
Yeah. Yeah.
and was like, these days look like they could work. Yep, and just did that. Yeah, and would just print it out and just highlight. That's still how I do it, really, is print it out and just highlight that day is over. Okay, that day is over. As simple as
So
possible.
you still doing it old school then on paper, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
It
on
seems
Strava?
attainable. No, I used to have it, but I deleted it.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. None of it count. No,
I know.
just joking. No, I don't know. Strava now. People. I didn't realize that people can message you now on Strava. Like I
Oh, they
saw
can?
something and like yeah, I had all these messages from people and I'm like, oh, I didn't know they messaged. I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, I didn't know. All I knew was, what is it, like kudos or whatever?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that
The
one?
kudo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
and I don't spend a lot of time on it. I just log it.
Yeah, I used to have it, and I think it's great as far as like I've just never been, it drives my husband crazy, but like I've never been a numbers person, if you will, but like it just
Yeah.
drives me nuts to be like, I didn't get that exactly, or I didn't get that. To me, it was as simple as like 4 miles, done, highlight it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I felt, who cares how long it took?
Yeah.
But I'm not super competitive either, so it'd be a different
Yeah.
story if I was. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I just got rid of it. When I trained for that half marathon at Joshua Tree, though, I definitely had Strava. But I started to feel like, because it would tell you, say I didn't go out for I was supposed to do 10 miles today, you know what I mean? And say I didn't do it
Yeah.
or put it off or whatever, that I would see like so-and-so did a 20-mile run. You know what I mean? It starts to mess
Yeah.
with you like, God, I couldn't even do my 4 today. You know what I mean? So I was just
I
like,
suck.
get rid of it. Yeah. So yeah, it's
I
fine.
guess that's the
What it
danger
is.
of it, because like you could, comparison and
Yeah.
like, because so I find this interesting. So when I started running, I did road and I was like, trying to get faster and all that. And so what was your motivation like for doing it? And I think I know, because you kind of said it a little bit. Was it mainly to go places or what was it? What was your motivation?
I think so. Yeah. Just what can you see? Like, better than anybody. Like, you can see so much more on foot,
Yeah, it's awesome.
Stuff you don't, even your daily route around the house, you know, you don't even
Yeah.
notice stuff from your car. Yeah, I think it was just to see stuff. And of course, like the feeling you get afterwards of like, hey,
Mm.
if I had to go 5 more miles though, I really could have, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
the driving force behind it. Yeah.
Well, I love what you were saying about like places that you haven't been, because that's kind of like the story of like, I want to go to Lake Tahoe. I'm gonna go run, a race over there. I
Yeah.
haven't been to here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go run a race.
Why not see the best parts of it? Yeah.
Exactly. And you see parts that like, I mean, very few people have seen, and you're doing something very, very few people have done while you're seeing it,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your first 100 miler? Because I see some on here, but I have a feeling it's probably one that's not listed.
I know. Cactus Rose, down in Bandera, Texas.
Okay, so that one is listed. I want to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Why did you sign up for that for your first 100 miler?
First off, I didn't know.
Okay.
Second off, it had the longest cutoff that I could find, at the time, at least.
What was
And
it at the
I
time?
needed
Was it like,
I think it was 52 hours. It might have, no, I think it was 57 hours, maybe. I don't know what it
tell
is
you
now,
something.
but yeah, yeah.
Okay, so for people that don't know, it's a pretty tough race, and it's mostly kind of you self-supported for the most part, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they had one, I mean, they do have water and ice, but I think they had one aid station, and it was purely because we're still friends with them, Laz. They're down in Texas, and his wife, I believe she dropped maybe, and so they came out to, I don't even know what, it's like horse something. I don't know what the aid station was. There's a bathroom. It's easy for crew to get out of. So they came and at least set up their own kind of table. So that was helpful during the night portion for someone to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, traditionally it's just, if you have a crew, perfect. If not, then here, use a drop bag. That's all. Here's water. Yeah. Whoops.
So I'm looking at your time, because it's 49 hours, and that's a long time to be out. And
Yeah.
I'm not dogging it.
Nope.
That's a tough race, and it's your first. So
Yeah.
what went through your mind? I mean, like while you're doing this, like tell me about the process of what transpired for this, your first 100.
All of it. Well, yeah, I did take the baby steps, like we were saying, each distance. I did everything leading up, a 50 and then 100K and then the 100 mile. Picked that one because I do love racing in Texas, kind of anything in Texas. And then it had a long
Okay.
cutoff. And my sister-in-law lives in Austin, so we were kind of like, well, let's,
Yeah.
kind of go there too.
Yeah.
And so I thought in my head, like, I could for sure finish this in between 30 to 35 hours. Like, that's pretty solid. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
And then and I do think going into this one too, I mean, I followed that paper and highlighted it to 99%, like did not
Yeah.
stray off of this paper, right? And so I honestly think I did go into it, maybe not the right kind of training, but I think too much training running wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only because I kind of know the difference now of like over versus under trained for myself at least.
Yeah. And you basically were doing the same, found a kind of a training plan online and just kind of went with
Yeah.
it.
Just a random and printed it out. But yeah, I thought between 30 and 35. So we got halfway. We had no idea what to do for sleep at all. And so I thought, let's get to mile 50, take a nap for an hour, see what happens, and then finish. And I had the van, which is irrelevant, but I had a bed. Again,
Yeah.
not a great idea. And so, so yeah, we get to mile 50. I don't remember how long. I don't know. I think it was it was the next morning. I think I got to pick my start time. I think I started around 8 a.m., 8-ish. And I had a crew of 3 people and utilized every one of them. Planned on only using one of them. They all 3 got miles. God bless them. Yeah. And I believe it was like 5 a.m. when we were at the halfway point of the next morning, because I went to lay down in the van. I think, pretty good. I went to lay down in the van. We stayed for an hour, but all the next day's races, we're all getting there. So all I hear is closing doors, so I'm like not getting any kind of sleep. I think we ended up staying there a little longer than an hour, probably like an hour and a half. I got maybe 20 minutes of sleep probably. And then I remember that feeling when you've slept for too long or been laying for too long.
Yeah.
I'm just like shivering. dry heaving, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
You'd have to ask my pacer, my cousin Melissa. I don't really remember. I don't think I ever said, like, I don't think we should go further, because it was never in my mind of, like, we have so much time. We're going to finish it. I don't know. You might have to ask her recall. But I remember she was just like, well, here's the bag, you know, and she was like, if you got to throw up, but figure it out. So,
Nice.
it didn't happen. And she was like, you got to get out of bed though. And so, and I'm like under 3 blankets, everything in a van, you know? And I do remember asking, how cold is it? And my other cousin, he was like, it's 68. Oh, and I was like, it feels like it's 30.
Is it like 30 degrees out there? It's
I
ridiculous.
know, yeah, I know. And so, yeah, she was just like, all right, well, here's your bag. Put all these new clothes on. If you're cold, put new clothes on. We gotta go. So, yeah, so we went off, and then it was a slow go from there, but so many rocks. But yeah, we made it. So because of all three of them.
How'd your feet do? Not
Man,
good?
not good. I would say your normal swelling. I think I had probably 8 blisters. The worst though was, I don't know how you say it, sotol, is that how you say it? Or sotol plants. They're super spiny on the sides.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. Yeah.
It's full of that. So as you're going, I mean, they're up to probably here in some spots, but all your legs. So you're just getting scratched the whole way on this trail, the whole thing. So that was probably the worst, because you're also sunburnt, you know? It didn't really matter that it was winter.
It's mostly exposed, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And just lots of climbing. I had no idea, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but yeah, we finished.
Yeah, but you got it done. Like kudos to, like, you know, because you could have, like, anybody that knows would have said, oh man, yeah, you bit off more than you could chew. You know, you could have, like, just bailed, but like you pushed through. So what do you think it is that just, like, have you always, because it takes something to have the blisters, to be sunburnt, to have those plants cutting you, and you're freezing, you're hurting and all that stuff, but you keep moving. So have you always kind of had, just like, when you set out to do something, you're just gonna do it unless you absolutely can't? Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. You become so determined. I mean, our parents, I would say, have a ton to do with that, just growing up in general, you know, of, like, we grew up on farm and ranch, you know what I mean? But
nice, yeah.
Mom and Dad definitely were very, like, this sucks. It's gonna suck, but you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? But they were also like, if you start, you don't quit. And that was literally anything, you know, it applied to everything. So it's just one of those, like, you're already in it, you know, you might as well finish it. You'll come out the other side. You just got to finish it, you know? So
yeah, you're not going to die. Just keep going.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Hey, I think there's something to, cause there's been a few ultra runners I've interviewed, and I grew up in, like, the country in Louisiana. We had cows, horses, chicken, you know, we were in sugarcane. I think farm kids or country kids are built different.
I agree. Yeah, totally. I don't even live that lifestyle now. Like, I don't have to break ice at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? But as a kid, you had show pigs, or you had whatever, you know, it's like, well, these are yours. Go out and feed them, you know, go break the ice. Go, it's part of it. Yeah.
And it's cold. So what, you know, you got to be done.
Yeah.
And
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, so you got it done. Huge accomplishment, because, like, you know, super tough. And then, you know, you didn't say, well, this thing's not for me, because you got other stuff out here on your.
I did wait, like, I had probably a year and a half. I definitely took off 2023 of, like, God, I might be an every other year 100-miler, because it was a lot. Yeah.
I need to recuperate mentally.
I know. Yeah. I got to figure a different plan out. Yeah.
Yeah. But you were still out there, like, you know, you were doing all, you know, the other races, and I still haven't done the snake run, because I was always, like, it's on Sunday.
That's so fun.
Yeah. I know it looks so fun. I want to do it. And I've always been involved in church things on Sunday, so it's hard to do it. But so I'm seeing that on there. I'm hoping now some things are changing, so I'm hoping to get to go do it. So, and then so I saw your next one, was it Front Range, your next 100-miler? Or did you do something before that?
I don't know. They were all this year. Well, last year, I guess 2024. My next 4 were all last year.
Oh, wow. So you skipped a little bit, and let's do a bunch.
Just
Let's do it. Let's tear it up, man.
sign up for them all. I know the next one was, I kind of did the next three, I think, besides Javelina. I did the next three off of like maybe a month or two before the race. It was like, I think I can do it. Let's just sign up. It was 𝐻𝐻𝐃𝐄𝐿 endurance run. That one's probably not on there. It was the first year for the race. It's
What
down
is
in
that one?
Glenrose. It's in Glenrose. It's by Dinosaur Valley, but it's not in that park.
Okay.
I don't know if it was, I don't think it was private. I'm not sure what the area was, but it's in Glenrose. They had a 200K or 100K, and possibly, there's probably shorter, but I signed up for the 200K. 𝐻𝐻𝐃𝐄𝐿 endurance run. It's put on by the Mammoth series.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It
Nice.
was really fun.
It was good.
Yeah.
So you did the 100-miler there.
Well, that yes and no. So I signed up for the 200K. I did finish a high. I think I ended up at like 104-ish or something, 102. So to me, yes, it was, I mean, my 100-miler.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to make the cutoff for the 125 miles, so I called it at the 100. Or whatever. Okay. It's a 10-mile figure eight. So you come back to the hub every, middle point. It was really fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Hadn't heard of that one. All right.
I am going to sign up again this year. You should go. If you're not doing anything in May.
In May, what's the weather like in May over there? It's probably kind of hot, huh?
Dude, it was so hot. What's the other one that happens? What's it called? Habanero. Probably not as hot as that, but, the first day, I think it was 101. I think the next day was 106.
Is there any shade on the course, or is?
Some. I don't know percentage, maybe like 30% of it.
Can I wear an umbrella hat or?
Yeah, totally. It was real hot. And we got caught in two storms, like there was a tornado to it was the tornado that went through Denison. How Southern Oklahoma got like 3 or 4 that weekend. It was, what is that, Memorial Day? Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. And then the one that Denison that came through. So there was a tornado not far from us, but we never saw it. It was enough to where my husband was like, where are you at on the course?
Yeah, what is it?
And I was like, I don't know. I probably got 4 miles to the aid station. Yeah. And he was like, all right, well, just letting you know, it's close.
You're not selling it real well. 101 degrees, a couple storms, tornadoes. Did like, I don't know, a volcano or something too?
Yeah, I know. It was super fun though. The next one was just enough to cool you off. So that was an invited storm. Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Super fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I know it's not listed here, but did the Tulsa Urban Ultra, didn't you? Didn't you do the 100 for that?
Yes. This last December. Yeah. Recently. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was after those. I got it. Because I remember seeing you guys, y'all ended up having a couple of y'all had to do it virtually, but y'all actually did the course just a weekend later or something.
Yeah. Yeah. We asked Kathy, cause two of us, Sarah Jones, she's been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Her and I, and then we recruited another girl, talked her into it, and then she got her first 100. Nice. She drug us the whole way. So she, Lindsay Ross, and so we couldn't make that weekend. I think it was December 7th, maybe the original weekend. And so we just asked Kathy, like, hey, since it's technically not marked anyways, can we just go do it and show you our watch? And then, Kathy was nice enough that she was at the store every time we made it back. So yeah,
that's cool.
We did that one. Yeah.
So I did that one COVID year, and it's cool because you get a tour of the whole Tulsa, the whole city, and you get to see all these things or whatever. But it's a lot of cement and pavement. How'd your knees do for that?
Dude, no. For the next 2 weeks, I didn't do I didn't do yoga. I didn't do anything, which was probably the worst, But I was like, I cannot move. Yeah. Rough.
Yeah, that I've only done a couple that were, and I think both of them had to do with Kathy, because we did a Kathy birthday 100 here in Owasso, and it was mostly pavement.
They always have to do with Kathy.
Yeah, exactly. All these pavement ones that kill the knee, just hurt, and so I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know. I need to talk to Kathy. I'm just realizing that this is not good. It's
always Kathy's idea. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, Kathy, I have an idea. Yeah. Well, so let's rewind a little bit. You did that one. And so I love the idea of the Front Range Ultra Days that Ultraverse and those guys put on. And, that looks like it would it was just a terrible time because I work for a school and school starts in August. And so I was like, but tell me about that race. Cause it's what is it a couple mile loop or what's the loop on it?
Yeah, I think it's 2 miles.
Okay. Yeah.
Almost exactly, I think. Yeah. I did not know what to expect in my head. I think this is another one of those, like, running will always humble you. Ultras, you know?
Yeah.
There's never
Yeah.
an easy 100 or ultra.
No.
I did go into that one thinking, like, I don't need a crew because it's only 2 miles. You know, like, it's an easy to, like, if I can make it work, I don't have to ask everybody else if they can make it work, you know?
Right. Right.
And it's on a holiday weekend. I think it's Labor Day weekend, maybe. End of August.
Yeah. End of August. Yeah.
So that made it an easy, long weekend. So yeah, I signed up for it. And then again, I want to say it was like 90, 91. It was warm. Enough to where
Really?
everybody said, like, this is pretty warm.
Yeah.
It was way prettier than I thought it was going to be for being in town, technically.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
Chase
you would
said.
like
He
it.
said it's in town and it's cool, but like the views are great. It's in Loveland, Colorado, and he said it's
Yeah.
just kind of like to have a party, you know, like have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I expected. But how it humbled me, I guess, is like, it was way hotter than I thought. I signed up for the 72 hour of like, well, I'm definitely going to get 100. I'm probably going to walk most of it and let's just see what happens. But I had in my head, like 150 is attainable. Like you can do 50 a day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one of my other friends, she's from Pennsylvania. She came down for it. So we kind of ran together, kind of didn't, you know, that goes, you know, you pass each other the whole time and kind of meet back up at the parking lot. So she got her first 100 as well. I just talked
Nice.
everybody into like, you can do
Hey,
it.
look
Come
at
get
you.
your first 100, you know?
Drink this
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. Drink it.
You
Drink
can
it.
do it. Yeah. And so, so she got her first 100, but yeah, we took way too many, I would say for the 150 goal at least, like we took way too many sleep breaks. But yeah, it was, I don't know what I thought we'd be looking at, but yeah, you park at a ball field, like baseball fields, plenty of parking. And then so it's a good and bad thing. You can see your car every 2 miles, you know, and then, or you can utilize the aid station. They have a full everything, you know, and then, I would say it's probably 20% paved, 80%, just flat kind of dirt rock. But yeah, you go throughout some ponds, you see people there's probably 4 different ponds. You're weaving, the path goes throughout, like through all the ponds. So they're just all
Yeah.
around you. So yeah, you're seeing people all day long. And it's kind of funny because you see the same people by that third morning, you know, they're out on their next morning walk, kind of looking
Yeah.
at you of like, didn't I see you yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing here? But yeah, people were out there fishing, walking their dogs. It was kind of nice. People were playing pickleball over here. It was fun.
Huh.
It was a really pretty race.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I hope, it was the first year last year, wasn't it, for that one?
I think so. Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's cool. I think their vision is to kind of, you know, have a just where people can go and have fun, get some distance and enjoy
Yeah.
it. And when you do those loop courses, you can kind of meet people and suffer with friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was the first time I had met Christine, Chris. You've had her on the podcast. I don't know how to
Yeah,
say her
yeah.
last name. How do you say it? Tokars?
Tow cars. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, I love
that's how I
her.
pronounce
Yeah.
Tow cars.
Yeah. Dude, she's a beast.
Dude,
I was like, she's getting 300 miles for sure. I don't know what she ended up getting, but she was a beast.
she just keeps on moving, man. She's the little engine that could,
Yeah.
dude.
Yep. Yeah. It's inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember when I interviewed her, one of the things she said, and I actually use this now. She said when I'm getting to an aid station beforehand, I do I count what I need, and then I hold like I need 3 things, and then like she goes in, okay, I need to change my socks, I need or whatever, and that way she remembers or something, and that way she's really efficient. Like she goes in, gets what she needs, and gets out. 'Cause she doesn't play at aid stations, if I remember correctly. She just kind of grabs what she needs and get out.
Totally. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually my biggest, like, that's why it takes so long. So I'm like, good, a break, you know, it's 5 minutes here. That's why I take 49 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you get to visit and, you know, check on the aid station people sometime, you know, make sure they're good.
Totally. They want to talk to people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
So you did that, and then you did Javelina. Now I haven't been to Javelina. How was that one? How was
Oh, you
what was your
haven't?
experience? Oh, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, you have to go.
I heard
It
looks like
was,
a blast.
it is, yeah. It's probably more fun for your crew than it is for the runner. We don't even see
Yeah.
half the stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah, this was the year that I finished, or this last 2024, and I DNF'd the year before. I got
Oh,
in.
okay.
I had signed up on the wait list the previous year, whatever, 2023, and then ended up getting in, I think like 5 or 6 weeks before the race. I had done nothing. I probably hadn't ran in a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so not trained at all. So, but I was like, it's so hard to get into this race off of a wait list, you know? Cause I was
Yeah.
like 389 on the wait
Yeah.
list.
Cool. Yeah. You weren't worried
Remember,
about it.
oh no. And then I do remember within, of course, the closer that you got, you know, it goes a lot quicker. And then I want to say like in 2 days, I was like 112. And I was like, oh no, you know,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
next day I was number 3. And then I was like, oh God.
I'm
And
gonna have to do this race.
yeah, but then I was like, I know, I was like, how do I say no though? So
Yeah.
we went, and then that one was very intentional of like, I am just fast hiking this because I am not going to wind up injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it to 100K mark and called it after that. It was my knees for sure. It was a whole slew of things, but I was like, I couldn't stay warm, and it actually wasn't that cold out.
Yeah.
They say kind of notoriously, if you don't manage, obviously the heat, you know, like hypothermia will
Hmm.
definitely get you.
Yeah.
So I think that was definitely happening.
Hmm.
So we called it 100K. But
Yeah.
yes, so after that though, that definitely was like, I have to go back and finish that.
Yeah. Unfinished
Yeah.
business.
Yes, for sure. But it was great. It was so much fun. Again, the goal was just to finish this last year. And we made it in 29:50. So we had 10 minutes to spare. Yeah.
Nice.
It was so
Got it
much
done.
fun. It was hot. Yeah, very hot.
So, do you
Again,
like hot races?
it's
Because
not hot.
I'm
I don't
sensing a
know.
theme here. You know they have
No.
cold races too, right?
I know. I've always like used to say like, God, I'd rather run in 2 degrees than 100 degrees, you know, but I don't know. It's not trending that way.
That's kind of how I
Yeah.
am. I like it. I run better when it's cold, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I guess I just think like ice works. Like it'll be fine. The night
Yeah.
feels inviting, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
as opposed to a cold race. You're like, we still have the night, you know?
Yeah. Please
Maybe
no
that's
wind.
it.
Please no wind. Yes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
So we all learn as we're kind of progressing and stuff. So how has your training changed from when you were getting ready for Cactus Rose to what you're doing now? Like what does your training look like? What does your peak week and longest runs look like?
I am going to be the worst answer on this. Yeah. So that one I try to do, it's obviously going to change that from experience, but
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
getting any faster. Let's say that.
Okay.
But my body is way more relaxed. I don't train as much as I did then.
Okay.
That one was very specific, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. Yeah, I just did exactly what it said. And then recently, this last year, it doesn't feel like I've run my 4 that I've done,
Yeah.
which in our terms is like not a ton. We know people that run 1 a month, more than that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still,
Crazy people.
I know, but I do a lot of hot yoga and less running. So I maybe only run on a good week. My husband, I told him if he was in the background, he'll be like, no, she doesn't. But I might run like 3 days a week, and then hot yoga like 3 days a week. And I think
Okay.
that's helped way more as far as all those tiny muscles, the ones you don't typically use. But in hot yoga, like your ankles get so strong, like your knees are getting way stronger, your IT band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel my body feels better at least doing
Yeah.
that, running less. So
Well, there's that heat again.
I know. Yes, for sure. Yeah. I think that's helped.
So, but actually, like for especially altitude training and blood efficiency and things like that, how hot is it when you're doing hot yoga?
I think it's 98.
Okay. And when the 3 days that you're running, what do those running days look like?
Whatever a paper says. I mean, whatever feels right. I don't know.
So you find
really
a training plan for three days a week training for 100? There's a training plan for that, or you just okay?
I know. I'm not again. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish these races.
No, that's
in
cool.
One piece.
I think it's awesome, and I want people to hear that everybody has different goals, and it's fine. It's good. Like, I mean, you're out there getting it done. You're experiencing the trail. You're there. You're out there with everybody having a good time, and your goal is not to go out there and podium or whatever. It's to go get it done, and you're doing it. And so that's awesome. I love it. But I was just curious, like, because I coach people and stuff, and like so I'm wondering, like, do you do a long run every week? Do you do any kind of speed work or anything, or just kind of get out there? And
I would say nope. I do no speed work.
Okay.
Or I would hopefully be faster. No, I would say if I'm just going like on a day before work, or if I just go to Riverside like after work, typically it's like already 8 o'clock at night or whatever. I work kind of late enough.
Yeah.
So that's only going to be like a 4-mile run.
Okay.
Like an hour-ish, we'll say. Run, walk, whatever. So around an hour. And then, on a weekend, obviously if time allows, but like usually Sunday I can get any amount of time, like distance in. I don't know. I would say maybe like anywhere from 10 to 15. Like, if it sounds good. I mean, if it feels terrible, I'm not really going to push it a ton. I'm just going to be like, the day I'll go home and ride the bike. I don't know. Like the indoor bike and call that good. I just have a feeling.
Okay. No. And
Yeah.
It sounds like you especially doing 4 this past year, you kind of gotten in tune with your body, and you kind of know, all right, I might need to do a little more, or maybe I didn't run, but I need to get some cardio in on the bike, and just yeah.
When I first noticed I think yoga, if anybody for the rest of their lives, running or not, like, I feel like yoga is the best all encompassing for the body, just staying, flexible and all your fine muscles,
I'm not flexible at all. I can't touch my toes.
Well, you should go to yoga.
I should. Where you go? What do you do? You got a place you go to? Is there a hot yoga place?
I go to Salt Yoga at Utica. They just have the best hours for me. There's one in Owasso. You live in Owasso, right?
Yeah.
I think it's called the Melting Spot. If it's still there, I'm not sure.
That sounds familiar. I think I've seen it probably running, because I've run every road.
Right off of 169.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not like it the first time I tried it, because I remember thinking, you get the head pounding, kind of like the first heat run you do of like, this is the worst,
Yeah. It's hard. I made a horrible error here.
But eventually you get used to it, and then. But I will say the first time I could tell, I'd been doing hot yoga for probably 6 months, I would say consistently, and then went and did Bandera 100K. I don't know what year it was. Not this past January, but the year before.
Okay.
With, again, one of my friends. That was her first 100K, and I did not tell her anything about Bandera. So she went into it blind, and she'll forever hate me for that. But she's the one that went to the Front Range Ultra Days with me.
Nice. She forgave you, so she trusted
friends.
you again. Golly, what a dummy.
Yeah. But I could tell there it was freezing. It was the week that it was. Remember when it was like 7 degrees here for a week?
Yeah.
It was that week. So it was like 26 down in San Antonio area. It was miserable. And I told her, of course, it's gonna be warm. It's gonna be a hot run. It's gonna be fine in the winter.
Compared to here.
Yeah. And, compared to Pennsylvania, I was like, it's better than where you're at.
Exactly.
But I could tell in that run for sure that all the climbing, not one part of me felt sore. We weren't sprinting, obviously.
Yeah.
But on that course, because I'd done the 100 there, and I'd done a different 100K there, doing this one, I just remembered feeling at like mile 40 something. I was like, dude, I feel fine. Like, I feel like we just started. So I was like, okay, this hot yoga is staying.
Nice. Yeah. Huh, I'm going to have to try that out. Do you do any weights or anything like that, or just running and hot yoga?
No, just running, hiking.
Oh, the people listening, I wish they could see your expressions sometimes. Nah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's funny. Go to YouTube and watch the YouTube. You're going to see your expressions.
I know. Nope.
I mean, that's fine, though. I like you kind of find what works for you, and you're going with it. Yeah. Okay, so here's the other part. So from when you first started doing this to now, like what was your nutrition, and then what's your nutrition now? Has it changed, and what is it?
It's probably yeah, it's changed a little bit. I don't remember in the very beginning. I don't think I used many gels. I remember relying heavily on noon tablets, and
Okay.
it's kind of like to me now, it's a little like I wouldn't choose that to be my nutrition, you know?
Yeah.
But now, so I have to say, like, my cousin Melissa used to be like a running coach, and she's always been she's here at local, the tall side. She's always been my main pacer. So many things I've gotten from her of like, okay, well, try this. Don't do that anymore. Do this, you know? And so I've at least taken things, I at least have had her the whole time to be like, all right,
Eat this,
stop
drink
doing
this.
that. Yeah, to at least try things, yeah, to start with. So I have really liked Tailwind.
Mm-hmm.
My stomach's pretty sensitive on a normal day, but in a race, it's not at all, which is great.
That's
Knock
good.
on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tailwind has just always worked, and I haven't strayed
Good.
too far from it. I have tried the Proxima C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that seems fine. So I have some of that too. And that's worked, but I honestly probably won't stray too much from it until one of them just is a catastrophe. And
Yeah.
so far we've been great. So,
Yeah.
and then food wise, I think I used to do kind of just the waffles, you know, in the beginning of like, I don't really know, this is what they sell at the running store. But now it's more, I would say I rely a lot on the BPN, the Go bars, granola.
Yeah.
Just, they're really good with a Coke to wash it down and pretty bland, but enough that, yeah, they're just really easy to go down. And I do like the BPN gels, the mango.
I don't think I've tried those. They're gels. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? I tried the one, I think it just says carbs on it. It's all white with navy writing, but it's like 200 carbs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's 50 carbs, 200 calories. What is
it's
it?
200 calories, 50 carbs. Because I
200
just
calories.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tried it. I went to see Kathy and got the Bondies, and
Okay.
you know what?
Yeah.
I saw your post. I totally forgot to bring a bunch of my old shoes, which I need to do. So thanks for the reminder by posting, because I need to bring them shoes.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody else
you.
post it. That's why I was like, I gotta take these. Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw your post and I was like, I should have brought shoes. But anyway, I saw those on the shelf, and they're, you know, a couple bucks for but it's 200 calories, 50
Yeah.
carbs. And I ran a 50K Saturday, and I used that as one of my hours, and that and a little bit more. And it was pretty good, and it's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't really have a taste, which is
Yeah,
great.
just a little
I feel
sweet.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's huge. I feel like it's almost too much, but it's enough that you're like, there's a lot in this. As far as carbs go, so we're gonna take it. I would say those, and then I try to save caffeine until if it's like, I mean, 100-ish. I try to wait till like 10 p.m. to like midnight to get my first caffeine. I might have a drink or two of Coke, but not a full anything.
Yeah.
And then, other than that, real food. I will say Javelina this year was when I probably put it to the test the most, because I was trying to make a cutoff, because my fastest up to that point was like 49 hours, 48 hours, 46 hours. And I was like, I got to make a freaking 30-hour cutoff. And so, yeah, I mean, again, thanks to my pacers too, but I went into that one of like every 4 to 5 miles, I'm just going to take either that one, that gel, or one of the BPN. I don't remember what those ones are, but it's less. I want to say it's 24 carbs maybe. Either way, it's less, but it's super mango-y, like just one that has flavor. I would like switch off those as kind of my base. And then I take beet pills. I'm kind of just ballparking it. I feel better fatigue-wise. So I just take one somebody correct me later if this is like terrible to do, but they've been working. So,
yeah. So like beet powder in a pill form. Yeah.
Yeah. I just take one every 10 miles.
Okay, so I watched the video today of this guy who he lifts. Okay, he lifts heavy and all, but he was trying natural things that bodybuilders can take and stay natural, and one of them was a beet powder drink with baking powder in it. And he went to a workout, and he said his legs didn't get the burn they normally get and all this stuff. So it's kind of funny. I just watched that today for lunch, and you're talking about I need to check this out. I need to think about this.
Yeah, I've seen it in like the drink form. I don't know. I don't like typically. I don't like fruity. I don't like any kind of flavored water or anything. I just won't
Yeah.
finish it.
Yeah.
But I just
Well,
take
can you
one
imagine
every
if
like 10 miles.
can you imagine if you drink the
Do what?
beet juice and then you start throwing up? That would look horrible.
Okay, well, this kind of happened. Yeah, yeah.
She's got
But
a
it was
story.
after Javelina. It kind of happened. Yeah. But it was after the fact. I had already finished. But yeah, I mean, I take those. I could tell one day when I first started taking those, I think I was at Tricky Mountain a long time ago. I had taken them on my last like 2 runs or something. And I could tell my quads, I mean, they weren't nearly as fatigued as, at like 8 miles in as they normally were. And I was like, well, the only thing I changed was like the beet pills. So yeah, I don't feel nearly as fatigued as without taking them, I guess.
You have to send me the link of what you take, and I can put it on in the show
Yeah.
notes and
Yeah,
because
for
I'm
sure.
curious because I know beet's really good for blood flow for different things like that, and a lot of people take some
Yeah,
I don't know 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐿𝐿 and things like that. So
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
I never thought to look for it in pill format. That's kind of good.
yeah, yeah. I just put it with my little element or whatever I have in my pack and put that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just food. Yeah, real food at the actual aid stations, I would say nutrition wise.
So 2 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of chilly. You're pulling up into the aid station. What's your comfort thing to eat or drink in an aid station?
I don't know. I don't typically drink well, I will say I don't typically drink like a coffee I have before, but not during like a race. I will say like one thing that I think because I'm so slow, I've gotten slow. Like I've gotten really good at knowing how to stay awake for a long time. So
Okay.
like during Javelina at least, I don't even remember yawning once. Like I just
Wow.
was so like I just timed it right, I guess. So I don't think I drank caffeine until maybe midnight, and then was like, all right, we get this next loop, and then of course and I felt fine at that point, and then the sun comes up at 6 a.m., and you're good to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess whatever they offer, probably pancakes, maybe a quesadilla, but again, my stomach's kind of iffy on too much cheese, so
Yeah.
I would go for some pizza.
Yes.
Whatever that
Oh, I'm just curious.
bacon, of course, yeah,
Yeah, oh, bacon, yeah. And one of my
always,
favorite
yeah,
thing at night is like a hot warm ramen or chicken broth
yeah,
or something with some
yeah,
Coca-Cola. That always gets me like I don't know, gives me the
yeah.
salt
That's
and
true.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. But
yeah.
yeah, everybody's different. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, my husband does always tend to make like kind of the classic, I guess, the ramen with the broth in it, put some noodles in it, and just get it all in one bite, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good too. Yeah, with the Coke. Yeah,
Nice. Well,
yeah,
so you've done these races, you've learned a lot about yourself. You got this training down with the hot yoga and everything. So where are you
yeah.
taking this next, Stacey? Where are you going? What's your next, I don't know, what are your goals for 2025? What are you doing?
I have signed up. Next is Vian. Are you going or have you
No, I
gone?
won't. No, I haven't gone. So my wife's been like training and we're doing like some races together. Like we're going to go do Little Rock. She does the half, I'll do the full, and I'm using it as training for,
Yeah,
I'm going into Kansas again. And so for Prairie Spirit, but we looked at that one. She said, oh, what about Vian? I said, okay. I said, it's a 2 mile loop. She's like, oh, heck no. She said she doesn't
yeah,
like hamster. She's like, I don't want to go on a hamster wheel. I was like, oh, come on. So we'll see though. I need to look at the date again.
I think
It's
it's
coming up, isn't
March
it?
1st. March 1st.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep,
I need to look because I might that might be a good I might be able to do it for a training run and just go out there and
hmm
because I want to go hang out with everybody. I know all the
I know.
people that are there.
It's all the people in one spot. Yeah,
Yeah. So I need to
yeah.
look at it. Yeah.
It
So you got
is.
that.
It's
So what
beautiful. Yeah.
are you going to do the 100 for that one?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I have only done the marathon there. I wasn't able to make it last year, but the year before. I want to say it was a 1.3 mile loop, so this year it's the 2 mile. But it honestly is. I feel like it's encouraging because you just click them off so quickly,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even if you're at a point again that sucks, you're like, dude, it's just right back there to the start finish.
Yeah. You just keep going.
It's half
Yeah.
paved, half switchback, so you get the best of both. It's
Yeah.
super fun. And like once you're on top of the hill up here, you can see everybody across the pond, like at the start finish. Like it's pretty fun.
Nice.
It's a really good one. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that. I need to because I love everything he's doing, getting it organized and all this. Yeah, I need to check it out. It might be in for you know, I don't know, a marathon or something. We'll see. I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay, and then so any other big goals for after that?
I signed up for that High Hope again, the one down in
Okay.
Rose.
Yeah.
And then I did sign up / get into, I guess, Denali, 135. Have you done that one?
No, I talked to, oh man, I can't remember. He's gonna kill me. I can't remember his name. One of my recent guests who that was one of his.
Okay.
He went and did it. Yeah, at Denali 135.
Nice.
I'll get his information for you. That way you can listen to it too, because he was talking about it.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
you're gonna when is that? I don't remember.
Well, okay, so I signed, it was an impulse, so I do still really want to do it. So my husband and I, because we have the van, we have talked about whenever his schedule allows to, because he's kind of all over the place, always has been. But we have always said if we go to Alaska, we're going to do it like over a few weeks, you know, at least try to, because we both at least kind of have the time freedom with our jobs. And so I signed up. I told him after the fact. I was like, hey, do you want to go to Alaska next year, I guess. And so I just said, well, I signed up for this race. So I don't think it's going to work now for 2025. It's in June, 21st. It is summer solstice.
Gotcha. That's right.
But they were nice enough that, because it does say on there, like, it's already, I think, a hard enough race, especially how far it is from most people to plan this. Like, don't expect to defer this, you know, or refund.
Yeah.
They were nice enough that, they were cool with it. They just said, like, if you're going to come to Alaska, you want to do it right, you can defer to next year. So
nice.
Probably 2026. Yeah. But I know Arnold's done it. But yeah, it sounds super fun. And it should be no darkness.
Yeah. And beautiful. I mean, Alaska's beautiful. Oh, I'm glad you said the van. We need to talk about the van. Tell me about your van.
We don't live in it. Again, kind of on a whim, I just bought it. 2022, I think. I was like, this would be so much easier to go to races or anywhere, you know, so much cheaper too.
Yeah.
And it was, financially, I don't know. I kind of was like, well, I don't want to have 2 cars though, or 2-car payments at all. So it was worth it to me. I have the smallest version of a ProMaster, so it's no bigger than like a truck. So I can get in and out of places. So I just traded in my Jeep and got a van. So I drive it every day.
I was gonna say that's your daily driver. That's and did you guys did you build it out yourself, or did you get it built out, or what?
Not the base of it. For the most part, it was all done. We just changed a lot of cosmetic. Kind of changed out not the solar like panels and everything, but we changed out the kind of battery setup in the back to kind of work better. But otherwise just cosmetic.
Yeah.
We kind of got lucky. They're so expensive. I haven't even priced them now. This is in 2022, but I think when I got it, but they were selling it. I just found it at a van dealership, like a commercial van dealership in Texas. I think in like Euless, Texas, and it was on Car Gurus, and it was being sold as just an empty van, not a build out. And so I just called the guy. I just bought it without seeing it. I just called the guy and was like, hey, I mean, I saw pictures, but we didn't go down because I was like, this is going to go so fast, you know? And so, I called the guy and was like, does everything work? You know, and he was like, I'd call it like a B+ build. He said the lady bought the van from me in 2020 and she paid someone to do the build out, decided she's not going to use it. She didn't want to deal with selling it. So she brought it back. And so he was like, I'd say, everything appears to work. So I was like, perfect. We'll be there this weekend.
Dude, that's fantastic.
Yeah. We got lucky on that. Yeah. It's been fun.
Because that's one of the things, like long term, I'd like, because it's perfect. You just pull up to the start, finish, and camp out the night before. So, you know, I sleep in the back of my Tacoma a lot before races. I got it kind of, you know, a little mini build in there, but that would be much nicer.
I know, totally. Yeah. All the races you do, you know, it's like, it's not like you're close to a hotel even. You're going to have an hour-and-a-half drive to some of your races in the morning just to get there. It's just easier to stay there.
Nice.
You should get one.
Yeah. I should. I'm going to convince Jennifer.
Yeah. Yeah, they're super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Denali's getting pushed, and I'm like, knowing you and the things I mean, you're going to be doing a lot of other races too, I'm sure, throughout the
Find
year,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's the Sweat
Yeah.
Hot Oklahoma trials.
Yes. Yeah. That one's in July. Yeah. Are you around in July? I can't remember what
Sometime.
you had something last year, I think.
Yeah, I was in the High Lonesome. I got into High Lonesome, but it
Yes.
was like
That's what it was.
shortly after
Yeah.
my knee surgery. So I was like, I'll go give it a shot. And didn't make it.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I had that, and so I was kind of focused on that and trying to get that done. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's Alex Gramlin.
yeah,
It's kind of his brainchild. He's from Nowata, and we're just both of us being from Nowata County. So yeah, it was his idea to like put on this race. It's like, it's July 26th, 7th?
yeah.
Last weekend of July. I should know that. But it's typically the last weekend of July. This would be year 4. But yeah, it's called Sweat Hot Oklahoma Summer Trials, kind of all USA themed, really. Last year it wasn't very hot. The first year it was definitely hundreds. I think the next year the heat index was like 110. And this year we were like the 80s, like mid 80s.
It's freezing.
I know, everybody was like, "What is this? We want our money back."
Not as much puking.
I know. Yeah. Most people got a PR, so that was nice though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a 5K. I think it's 3.3 technically, mile loop. Basically half paved. It's all open road, but it's not too busy in Nowata.
Yeah.
You start at the high school, like practice football field. You'll go out, kind of by the golf course or through some houses. For the most part, you're all in like neighborhoods, but it's paved. You'll head out on a county road, and then kind of at your halfway point, you'll hit the dirt road. Half of it's dirt, and then yeah, make your way back into town and just do loops.
Nice.
It's completely exposed. I don't know that there's maybe shade from one tree. That's about it, but it's super fun. I'm selling all of these races.
Sounds fun. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's another one I need to get out there. I've talked to Alex before, and I was like, I got to get out there. And like I said, it's all our people. So, just get out there and suffer a little bit with you guys.
Yeah, I know. That's definitely, the most fun part. It's always the fun part of it. It's all the people, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, you got Nicole out there just crushing it.
Dude.
She's such
I
a
know.
beast.
She's so quick. I know. Yeah. When we had went, I think she definitely has the course record. I want to say it's 76 miles, because I think the year before she set it at 69, and that's when it was in the hundreds. This year she got 76. Jacqueline Long has been like, guys, make it a 24-hour, please. But you know how that goes. That's a whole other set of resources to make it.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. 12's good.
12's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super fun. Yeah.
Oh man.
What are you doing next?
Next, I'm doing the Prairie Spirit 100, kind of testing, seeing how my knee does with that, and then which has been doing great. I training. I did 50K last 2 Saturdays, and it did well. One on the treadmill and one on a paved trail. And so anyway, I'll do that, and then during the summer we'll see. I'd like to do one of the mountain hundreds, like Mesa's Hideout or Creed one, but it would just kind of depend. We'll see if I can get my, if climbing bothers my knee. So that, like for a goal race, and then I'll probably do some others, like for training, also Midnight Madness. They brought it back in Tulsa.
Yes.
Are you doing that?
I'm
right,
so
good.
pumped it's back. Yeah. Are you going to do what distance are you going to do?
I don't know. I need to look at the calendar, because I did one of the last years. I did the 50 mile, and that's my 50 mile PR on there. I was able to pull off the W on it, but I'm not in that shape now. But it was hot, it was muggy, but it was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, I might do. We'll see. I'll look at the training schedule. It'll be at least 50K, but maybe 50 mile.
Yeah.
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 What are you gonna do?
I've only ever done the 10 on it. I'll do the 50.
Okay.
For sure. I've only ever done the 10 on it. I think it was the last year they had it. I was still kind of new-ish.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm new, but so yeah, I only did the 10, and I remember that finish line photo. I remember thinking, like, I feel much more confident on Riverside now, like safety wise, But I remember thinking at the time, there were people you're in July, and I remember there was people walking by in costumes, like a clown costume, like a tiger, and you're by yourself. You're not,
Yeah.
but you are, you know.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
time, I was by myself, and I remember being like, should we be out here, you know?
What is
And
happening?
it was just one other girl and I. She was like up ahead, but we were still within headlamp of each other. Like I could see she was up there, and she definitely saw them first, and I could see her headlamp look back at me, like trying to tell me, you know?
Yeah. Look out. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what that was, but I remember I loved that race so much, and then it went away, so I'm really happy it's back.
Yeah, and we get and this will be basically a 10-mile loop crossing that new cool light pedestrian bridge and all that. So
yeah.
that'll be fun. Yeah. So it'll be a little different, but I think it'll still have that that climb going up into Turkey.
Dang it. Yeah, I know. That climb, dude.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It's always a way to freaking end your run right there, you know, if you start right there at the lower and, you know, you're just going out for your 4 or 5 mile, you take that way, and it's just always, you're almost done after this incline. Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and I'll be jumping into races for training. We're doing, like I said, we're doing Little Rock Marathon. I'm from Louisiana, and the theme is Mardi Gras, and so for the marathons, my wife and I, she always makes me dress up, like because it's just usually a training run for me, and she's doing the half.
Yeah.
And so we did Route 66 dressed as Superman and Supergirl.
I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. And then so this one we're gonna be, I don't know, Marty. She's working on the. I'll wear it if it doesn't chafe me. You know. It's like,
totally. If it does, well, you know, just go with it.
Yeah. So suffer for 26.2. Yeah. So, but other than that, we'll see. I don't know. Summer. I just love being, love being out in the mountains and do a race I hadn't done. And so I want to spend some time in Colorado if I can.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't picked anything. I really, really wanted to do Summit 200. And so are you going to do it eventually?
Oh, man, and that's because it's good timing. It's during the summer, and it's because I work for a school, so I have more time off during the summer. I still work, but if I didn't want to put it out there because it's 200 miles, but like I think if my knee's good, like I'll be like,
let's bring it up. Yeah. Dude, it looks epic though. It looks so cool.
It looks so epic, and I know it's going to be hard. If I do it, I want to go out there and camp early to get acclimated because it's so high, and I do pretty decent with altitude. But I mean, I feel it, just fatigue wise. I don't get sick, but fatigue wise, it definitely affects you. But hey, hot yoga is good for that.
There you go. You can try it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't think
that's a possibility or no.
I can.
Yeah, no, okay. All right.
For me, not this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be for me. But yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Have you done, we're on a wait list, me and one other girl, talked into her first 100, if that doesn't surprise you. What's it called? Not Crazy, Mountain Lakes 100 in Oregon.
No,
you ever done that one?
No,
It says it's good. I think it's only about 7,000-ish of climbing. I think it said it's pretty good for if it's a first.
Oh, nice.
But she has, she's super, strong ties, emotional ties, I think, to Oregon. And so, we looked that one up. So we're on a wait list at least, but we signed up, right after the wait list. I would imagine we'll get in, but.
Nice. I'm looking at it.
I think that would be one.
Oregon's beautiful.
I know.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the Pine to Palm either?
No, I got invited by some friends to go do that, but I wasn't able to make it work.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think I heard it was maybe the last year. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I've heard that one's beautiful too. I've not done that one either though.
There's so many good races and they're all there, and just so little time.
I want to see all of them. I know.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll end up at one of the same races if it's Sweat Hot Oklahoma Trials, the Vian or one of them. Yeah. I need to look at those and. Yeah, definitely July. So because I told Kathy we'd definitely be there to support.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but hey, it's been great visiting with you and kind of hearing your story and learning about hot yoga and
and the no training,
That's good. That's good. That's good. Do you have any kind of, I know you have a Facebook, you have a Instagram or anything, if anybody wants to follow you or anything?
I do. It's Oki. I think it's underscore earth.drifter on Instagram, but it's mostly running stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a
Yeah, I'll
personal
put the
one.
link,
Yeah.
the links on there. And what about your barbershop? You got social media?
Yeah, it is Barclays Barber Co. on Instagram and Facebook both.
Cool. Yeah. If anybody, you never
Yeah,
know,
thank
some
you.
people might be coming through Tulsa
Yeah.
and, you know,
Need a
hey, like I
haircut.
know her,
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Thank you.
Good deal. All right. Well, hey, it's been awesome visiting with you and getting to know you. Yeah. Looking forward to sharing some miles.
Yeah, maybe we'll finally meet in person.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, take care, Stacey.
All right. Yeah, thank you, you too.